sequence activated. Prepare for light speed.
Intelligent, keeping the missing relevant with Mr. E, Mrs. E. Let's not forget the sweet and E, and of course the best Grand E, unraveling these mysteries. Stay a while and share your thoughts. Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company. Unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mr. E Crimecast weekly update. I am Mr. E. I am joined by Mrs. E and our guest, Aunt E. How was yesterday? You had a good time yesterday, I understand.
Yes. I went to Hollywood Studios and had some wonderful food and just tooled around and had a great day.
Okay, good. You've probably been a little while since you've been to the parks, right?
It's been I went in May to Epcot in May, I think, but yesterday I went to I hadn't been to Hollywood in forever. I can't tell you the last time I was there, but it was good. Just rode a couple rides. My two favorites are Rock and Roller Coaster and the Slinky Coaster, so I did both of those.
Is it still Aerosmith, or have they changed it yet?
It's still Aerosmith. They have not closed it down for refurbishment. It was broken when I got there and I had to wait a little while to go on, but I had lightning lanes for both of them. So it was very nice not to have to wait 85 minutes or 2 hours. The Slinky Coaster was a 2-hour wait when I went through lightning lane. So I would hate to do that. It was hot yesterday too.
I bet it was.
Yeah, sun was beating down. That's the thing about Hollywood Studios is on Hollywood Studios, they just don't have a lot of shade. Oh, especially over in Toy Story Land.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
You're right. It gets really hot over there.
It does. Beating down.
Would like to welcome everyone in. I see, let's see, Angel Wings, Lisa B. Always, Real Me Too, Detroit Rock City said they were saying hello before they got a run, but thanks for saying hi. Andrea W.
She's in Saskatchewan.
Yes. Sadie X, good to see you too. Nina Drew, let's see, Lisa B. Always. I might have already said that, but I appreciate you all being here to join us this morning. So we're gonna say what we're planning to do today.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
So we're gonna do our typical Friday weekly update on some of the big news that's happened this week, and then right after that, we're going to go right into just a second live stream, but we'll do that on the Jack and Lily story. So there's a lot of craziness there that we want to update on, and it's been a little while since we've talked about Jack and Lily, but we're going to try to get everybody caught up on what's going on there. So I think if you have been following that case, I think you'll be interested in the developments that have happened in the last day. Of course, there's a lot that's been going on this week. Lots of plea deals. And some so we're gonna start with every week we want to do a missing highlight another missing person, so I'm going to pull that up now, and Mrs. E is going to be working on that second stream, so she may not be as vocal with us today because she's going to be busy kind of getting that ready. So let's see, is that showing here?
Yes.
All right, so you may know this story. This is Stephanie Damron. She is from New Sweden, Maine, and she has been missing since September 24th of 2024, and she is still missing. There have been a couple of updates with her, but if you're not familiar with her story, she is 14 years old. She's 5 feet tall. She has shoulder-length brown hair. And FBI is offering a $15,000 reward. And so there have been no confirmed sightings at all. And so I've got a little echo there. Sorry. All right. Let's see. So she was last seen wearing blue jeans, a blue long sleeve shirt, a black Harley Davidson hiking boots. She has green eyes, and she did not take any kind of cell phone or electronic device when she disappears. They say that that's not really unusual for her. She had some that apparently her kind of leaving was not that uncommon. So they didn't think much of that at the time for her to kind of leave without her phone and that type of thing. And there's been some suspicion around the family, actually, just because they've not been very, very vocal. But I'm gonna read this from NBC News. This is from the mother, and this was back in January of this year. It's the worst nightmare that you wish you could wake up from, and it just keeps going and going. I just want to know where my baby's at. I just want my baby home. She's a wonderful girl. I can't believe this is all happening. And they say that the day was like any other. Sometime in the early afternoon, Lisa went with her husband to fill out paperwork for a job application. And I'm reading this from NBC News. 4 of their 6 children, including Stephanie, stayed home with their grandfather. The Damron children are homeschooled. Before we left and stuff, she came up to me, was giving me love and hugged me and told me she loved me and kissed me on the cheek. Lisa remembered. I kissed her back and told her I love her and I'll be back. And if you follow Deception Detective and people like that, you know that kind of story is the kind of thing that's why people look at the parents sometimes, is when you kind of have these kind of picturesque, perfect final moments with the child that are described.
Right.
I love you. Those kind of moments are suspicious for people like the statement analysis folks. Lisa says she began receiving text messages at around 3 p.m. from her eldest daughter that Stephanie had left the house. Sometimes when, she gets upset or just wants to be left alone, she would go out in the woods. She said they went out looking for her and stuff. They couldn't find her. She had gotten into some kind of argument with her older sister about chores and ran off. And then that seems to be the last anyone saw of her. He said, the grandfather said that she turned around, she looked back at him, she had tears in her eyes, and she turned back around and kept walking. Lisa says that Stephanie then walked into the woods by the house, an area with which she was extremely familiar. There's a path through the area that leads to the main road. The family heard a vehicle pass by shortly after Stephanie ran off, although nobody saw it. They do not know if it was a vehicle, a four-wheeler, a motorcycle, or something. She said by the time anybody got up there, the vehicle was already gone. That story.
So
why
odd.
would you even think anything about it?
Right.
This is why the story is
a little weird.
It's
She
weird.
was,
I
think she was featured on America's Most Wanted Missing Persons case. So like Sebastian was back in May.
Oh, they did? I didn't realize that.
Yes, they did. They did it aired early May. I think Sebastian was the first one that they had aired with this new segment of missing persons, but she was also featured.
Okay. Well, I have to go check that out sometime.
This one bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it to him several times.
These stories don't quite make sense, what they're saying.
What does Judge Judy say?
Yeah, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. So let's say you live out on this property.
I wonder if he even had cell phones. If they're homeschool kids and they had several, there's a very good chance she didn't even have a cell phone.
She did.
Oh, she did.
She wasn't supposed to, though, right? I think that.
I don't know. I haven't done the deep dive on this story. I just know cursory details of it. I just know I saw an interview with the parents, and it was just like, this is not.
Right.
This isn't good. Like this, just even this part where they're talking about the car driving by. So then they go to look, but the car was already gone. Well, why would you? It's a road. Why would you think anything about a car just driving down the road?
Right.
Cars drive down the road. If you're not just necessarily thinking your daughter got in a car. if she normally goes off into the woods and stormed off, or
Right.
it's
There's been a lot of social media and Reddit discussions about the family dynamics. I know that too. That was one
Yeah.
I thought was odd. So I think there's something odd there that doesn't make sense.
Right. What that is, who knows? But so she's run off 2 other times, they say. I've been able to find her the time she did it before, but this time I couldn't find her. And they reported her missing the next day.
That's odd.
The
I
next
would have
day.
2 hours later. I would have done it, or immediately, just to get the police and somebody on site to say, she's disappeared. We cannot find her.
At least
So
bedtime.
yeah, I mean, so what if it
Right.
took the police's time? I mean, I would report her missing immediately if I couldn't find her within the hour.
Yeah, I could get a 14-year-old if you've got a big property and they're kind of off the grid. You're like, oh, she's just hanging out in the woods doing her thing at a tree house or whatever.
Right.
But when she's not back for dinner or bedtime, then you're calling the police.
Right.
Right.
I would think so.
Yes.
You certainly don't just wait till the next day. That's crazy. But anyway, they did a huge grid search. And so that, the delay in calling the police is probably part of why they people are looking at them kind of side-eyed.
Well, it's, Lisa B always says, was someone called to take Stephanie, allegedly, in my opinion. I don't know. The whole hearing a car go by is odd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The FBI card team got involved because of that car that they heard. And then even recently, back in let's see, when did this happen? There was a big search they did. Let me see if I can find this. They did a huge. I was just reading it, and I don't see it. Back in May, they did like a 3-day search of some areas. I don't know why that occurred. Oh, I just didn't go back far enough. Yeah, so on May 2nd through the 4th, approximately 60 searchers participated in a coordinated 3-day search effort in the New Sweden area. This included teams from the Maine State Police, Maine Warden Service, FBI Search and Rescue Volunteers, drones, canine units, and mounted teams. In total, about 4,500 acres have been canvassed to date, and the May search yielded no new leads or discoveries. And authorities emphasize they will continue investigating. So that's interesting. I mean, I guess it's possible that she is out there somewhere.
They do have a website, a very, very good website for her, like the searchers and stuff. It's teamstephanie.org, and
Okay.
it's got timelines of events and what was going on and everything, and it's TEAM team. Stephanie is STEFANIE, teamstephanie.org.
Yeah, so I was just scrolling through this article. Yeah, here's another picture of her out on their property, just to kind of, if you see this girl, she would be probably about 15 or so now, I guess.
I'm with Lisa. At least she
she's
had
out there
shoes
somewhere.
on.
That picture makes her look really different.
Yeah, I think her pictures look very different. They almost looks like a different girl.
Yeah, that looks like a whole different child almost, right? Than that one.
It does.
So I don't know which one's more accurate, but maybe the one on the flyer, one of these. But even those pictures look really different. So I don't know, but interesting story, and interesting that they did a new search just in May. 7 months later, it makes you wonder if there was some lead or tip or some idea about a particular area. I mean, I know searches go on, but a big coordinated 3-day, there must have been some reason. So anyway, that's the person we wanted to feature today. We had thought about doing a whole live on her because that story is very interesting. But and maybe we will at some point down the road. But
I mean, her website looks like a professional. I mean, it's really good. So if you have a chance to go to it and look at it, it's like, wow.
Who runs the website? What's it called?
It's Team Stephanie, STEFANIE.org. Teamstephanie.org. It's really an incredible. I mean, looks like professionally well done. It's got timelines. It's got links, and it's really
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's professionally done.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's got like there's a timeline you can click on that just tells you the timelines of interviews that's been done, things
Wow.
about her. I mean, it's just really
Yeah,
extensive.
the photo gallery there, and descriptions, all the age at time. Oh, so she would be 14 now. So this would answer all the questions you'd have.
Yes,
Media toolkit.
I mean, it's got the missing posters, a media toolkit. You can even sign up for how to help. I mean, it's really well done. I don't know if it's someone from the FBI did it, but it's.
That's great. I mean, if you've got somebody that can do a website like this for your missing person.
I mean, they even have frequently asked questions like
Yeah.
who is her grandfather and is there family in the area?
Who are the siblings? Does she have local family? What have Stephanie's teachers, classmates, and friends said about where they think she could be? And man, that's very useful. For anyone.
And did you see that has social services been involved? That was a question.
Yeah, I mean these are the kind of questions that come up. Very interesting.
Yeah.
A place to submit a tip to the FBI. That's really, I mean, it's really good. It's good to have kind of a hub like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
If you've got someone that's capable of putting a website like that together, so that's really nice.
And it says spring search, so it must have information about the search as well that they did this spring. I thought it was and when I saw about her missing, I had looked at this before and I was like, wow, it's just
look here. They've got, like, if you're a landowner in the area and you'd like to have your property searched, you could fill out a landowner form.
Wow.
Man, this is the kind of stuff that should happen for every missing kid, right?
I mean, I would think, even
really
like
good.
for Sebastian, wouldn't this be a website of information and stuff like that, or some kind of format for every child that goes missing or every person that goes missing to have a site that coordinates everything for people that want to get involved.
Yeah, that's excellent. These are the pictures that we've been seeing there. So I'm just going to leave her up there in just a moment.
So different.
Yeah, and 13 to 14, 15 years old, such a maturity kind of. She probably looks really different even now.
Oh yeah,
that's such a growth spurt, height, face starts to change a lot in that area in that time.
13, 14, yes.
So anyway, hopefully there's some progress there, and she is out there someplace. But anyway, so that's it's definitely an interesting case. One we should probably visit at some point.
Yeah,
there's just so many that we want to do.
I know there's just not enough.
The Jack and Lily stuff is fascinating right now. That we were like, well, should we read these Koberger documents? That's all a treasure trove of new information. And then there's just all these.
And then
cases
also
happening.
Devlin. We wanted to go revisit Devlin again. We've been in contact with. Or Mr. E mostly has been in contact with the aunt and grandmother quite a bit this week. So there's really no updates though, right? With Devlin?
There are a little bit, but it's just kind of more like details on his life kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But nothing significant other than them getting the phone records. So I think I dropped the link in the chat. I hope I did that the right way.
I think I think it'll get them there. Okay. I think, I see it.
Yeah, I think that'll get you to the page I was just showing. So, of course, like we said, there are lots of plea deals this week. The biggest, of course, being, I don't know if it's the biggest. Probably the one that got the most media attention, I guess I should say, would be the Brian Koberger. And I understand why. So we, of course, if you were with us earlier this week, we did that hearing live. It was the victim impact statements, and it was all really interesting. Did learn some things from it actually. Mm-hmm. That apparently there was a second weapon that they referred to that the public didn't know about. We don't really know what type of weapon that was, unless it's been revealed in the documents. I haven't read those yet.
Well, and I don't
think they found a second weapon.
I don't think they found it. And then also there was speculation also that some of the injuries could have been from the butt of the knife, and it looked like a second weapon, but it was not, knife cuts, but it was more like was hit with a more solid object, like possibly the end of the knife. So I think
Right.
that they think there was two weapons, but I think it was just maybe possibly one weapon used in two different ways.
Gotcha.
Yeah, could be like that. And everybody, all of these parents and family members, they all had such a different way of approaching this. And some people didn't want to speak at all. Some decided to do it at the press conference. Some were kind of more forgiving. Some, kind of wanted to have make their statement to Koberger's face and their kind of thoughts. And some took, I don't know what the right way is. I have no idea which way I would do it if I were in that position. It's
I think
unimaginable.
I think the way Olivia did it was spot on. It needed to, he's going to thrive on their pain. And I think that's the kind of thing he was eating up. But when you talk directly to him and you get in his head, I think that's the best way to do it, because that's all you have to pay him back with, it's all you have. And I thought she did great.
Well, that's the one we were going to play. I think if you were going to pick the most impactful, the one that got the most attention, if I thought I could pull it off, I would wish I were Olivia in that moment.
All right.
Because this thing is incredible. If you didn't see this is Olivia, Kaylee's sister, and she spoke right after Steve, who was actually great also. If you missed that, Steve, when he walked up there, he actually grabbed the podium, turned it so he could face straight at Koberger, even though he was told not to touch that podium. He just did it anyway. What are you going to do?
Well,
I noticed
he has every right.
Yeah, I noticed when he started talking, I was like, why does his angle look different on the camera? And I didn't even realize that's what he did until afterwards.
Yeah. So anyway, this is Olivia. This is Kaylee's sister, and we're just going to play some of this. We might stop here here and there just to comment. Do you want to be? Are you going to be able to listen to this? You're going to be too busy.
I'm listening.
I think they want to be involved in this one, maybe.
Olivia Gonsalves, Kaylee's sister. Hello, I'd like to start by thanking the court for allowing me the time and opportunity to speak today. My name is Olivia, and I'm the big sister of Kaylee Gonsalves, and I was blessed to love Madison Mogan as a sister too. I'm not here today to speak in grief. I'm here to speak in truth. Because the truth is, my sister Kaylee and her best friend Maddie were not yours to take. They were not yours to study, to stalk, or to silence. They were two pieces of a whole, the perfect yin and yang. They are everything that you could never be. Loved, accepted, vibrant, accomplished, brave, and powerful. Because the truth about Kaylee and Maddie is they would have been kind to you. If you had approached them in their everyday lives, they would have given you directions, thanked you for the compliment, or awkwardly giggled to make your own words less uncomfortable for you.
So it's so true, right?
Right.
I mean, you just have the feeling that she's got this guy all figured out.
Right.
Oh, well, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's, he also has this kind of thing against women anyway, and kind of that superior issue.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to get dressed down by her is really kind of glorious to watch.
Mm-hmm.
In a world that rejected you, they would have shown mercy. Because the truth is, I'm angry. Every day I'm angry. I'm left shouting at the inside of my own head everything I wish I could say to you. The truth about me is when I heard the news, I didn't cry. I listened for them. I promised them I would, that I would fight for them, that I would show up no matter what it cost me. I swore I'd never let them feel alone. Because you see, I've always been their heavyweight. I've always been the one to fight the battles they didn't feel ready to fight themselves. All it ever took was a call, and they knew I would handle it for them, no matter the time, no matter the cost. They could wave their white flag because they knew I would never back down, not for them, and not even death could change that. Somewhere along the line, I started to think about what I would say to them if I was given just one last chance. If I could gather enough heartbreak or love or sacrifice or whatever it took to get just one message across, what would I say? Throughout this entire process, I've written my feelings down at every moment, my wishes, my love, my denial, my anger. And as one final act of love, I'd planned to read these thoughts, even jarring and discombobulating and not even making sense. Because for me, that was true love. As bare and as naked as it could be, not laced in pretty words or dressed for the occasion, but written through bleary eyes at 2 a.m. with clenched fists, angry at this reality. My true final act of love was to continue on without them, for them.
I think that's not even just words for her. I think she means that as her oath to them. You know?
Oh,
Right.
absolutely. Very,
Yeah.
very, very much so. And I think that I'm glad that she explained why she didn't go on with that information, you know, and share that.
Yeah.
That dream to read aloud my love to them, to bring meaning through pain, was the latest blow in realizing you don't deserve it. And Kaylee and Maddie don't need it. Kaylee and Maddie have always known my love, and they would never ask me to prove it by further victimizing myself to a defendant who has shown no guilt, no remorse, no apprehension. They would say to me, "Why would you give the satisfaction of showing vulnerability now? You promised you would never back down." And for that clarity, I'm thankful. I won't stand here and give you what you want. I won't offer you tears. I won't offer you trembling. Disappointments like you thrive on pain, on fear, and on the illusion of power.
I love that.
I'd say-
Disappointments like you.
Yes. Yes.
When she starts into him, it's just like incredible.
Yes. I mean, because she's got him. She's got him pegged.
Absolutely.
She's got him all figured out.
And I won't feed your beast. Instead, I will call you what you are: sociopath, psychopath, murderer. I will ask
Awesome.
the questions that reverberate violently in my own head, so loudly that I can't think straight most any day. Some of these might be familiar, so sit up straight when I talk to you. How was your life right before you murdered my sisters? Did you prepare for the crime before leaving your apartment? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling at this time. Why did you choose my sisters? Before making your move, did you approach my sisters? Detail what you were thinking and feeling. Before leaving their home, is there anything else you did? How does it feel to know the only thing you failed more miserably at than being a murderer is trying to be a rapper?
That's the thing. I
Yes.
didn't even know he had tried to be a rapper. I had no
Yeah.
idea about that.
Yeah, I'd heard about that somewhere. Just belittle him as much as possible. Because
That's
it's
all you
wonderful.
can do. That's and he deserves everything and 100 times more.
He absolutely does. If I'm king, that speech is on a loop in his cell for the rest of his life.
Right?
If I'm king.
Did you recently start shaving or manually pulling out your eyebrows? Why November 13th? Did you truly think your Amazon purchase was untraceable because you used a gift card?
I mean, that too. It's just so.
It's just making
Because
it's humiliating his intelligence.
right? Because
And that's
he
his
thinks
thing.
he's the smartest guy in the room.
Right.
Oh,
He's
he
one of
thinks
those
he is.
guys. He's one of those guys that would have told you how brilliant he is, and so she's if he's all that brilliant, he's not sitting there in the orange jumpsuit, right? He goes years as a ongoing killer, never always eluding the police. But she's pointing out the stupidity of his whole crime, or he wouldn't be sitting there.
Yeah, Lisa B always says she thinks she is reading from his questionnaire for his research.
He is.
Yes.
What's that?
He did research for his paper. And that was his questionnaire. The questions he asked serial killers and things.
I've got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
Okay, interesting. Okay,
Real Me Too. Yeah, Real Me Too says she's using words that came straight from him. So that's just digging the knife a little deeper. Yeah.
Okay, that makes this all make a lot more sense, actually. Okay, well, I'll hear that in a different. That puts it all in a different light. So she's just, Okay, that's great.
How do you find it enjoyable to stargaze with such a severe case of visual snow?
Right. So one of those stories is false, right? So either I looked at the visual snow stuff, and stargazing is not something you'd be doing if you actually suffered from that.
Mm-mm.
Where is the murder weapon? The clothes you wore that night? What did you bring into the house with you? What was the second weapon you used on Kaylee? What were Kaylee's last words? Please describe in detail the level of anxiety you must have felt when you heard the Bearcat pull up to your family home on December 30th, 2022. Which do you regret more? Returning to the crime scene 5 hours later, or never, ever going back to Moscow, not even once, after stalking them there for months? If you were really smart, do you think you'd be here right now? What's it like?
Right. I mean, that's
a great statement.
Yeah, it is.
Needing this much attention just to feel real. You're terrified of being ordinary, aren't you? Do you feel anything at all? Or are you exactly what you always feared? Nothing. If you're so powerful, then why are you still hiding, defendant? You see, I'm here today as me. But who are you? Let's try to take off your mask and see. You didn't create devastation.
So that's one of those things that if you listen to a lot of Gary Bricado, that is one of those things that makes the psychopath very uncomfortable. Actually, Jules talks about this too, from Allegedly Innocent, is removing when you remove the mask from the psychopath, it makes him very angry.
Yeah. Dr. Gary's brilliant.
Yeah. And Jules is all over that too. She mentions that a lot.
He looks, his look doesn't change a lot, but when she's talking, he looks more uncomfortable than he does with some of the other speakers. Because I really tried to focus on his face, and I don't know, you can just tell it's like in the back of his mouth, he's probably grinding his teeth or clenching his, he just has that look like, oh God.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just saw Garrett come in. Hi, Garrett.
Hello, Garrett. So we are playing the impact statement from Sister Olivia to Kaylee, and this is a work of art, really.
It is.
You revealed it, and it's in yourself. And that darkness you carry, that emptiness, you'll sit with it long after this is over. That is your sentence. And it was written on the wall long before you ever pled guilty. You didn't win. You just exposed yourself as the coward you are. You're a delusional, pathetic, hypochondriac loser who thought you were so much smarter than everybody else. Constantly scolding, turning your nose up to grammar mistakes, nitpicking and criticizing others. You wanted so badly to be different, to be special, to be better, to be deep, to be mysterious. You found yourself thinking you were better than everyone else, and you thought you could figure out the human psyche and see through it, all while tweaked out on heroin.
I love the part actually where he wants to be deep and mysterious too, because I bet you.
Yeah.
See, she's just got this guy's personality pegged.
It's perfect.
He is one of those people. He wants you to think he's deep and mysterious, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, she's just completely exposes this guy for the fraud he is.
Lurking in the shadows made you feel powerful because no one ever paid you any attention in the light. You thought you were exceptional, all because of a grade on a paper. You thought you were elite because your online IQ test from 2010 told you so. All of that effort just to seem important. It's desperate. There is a name for your condition, though. Your inflated ego just didn't allow you to see it. Wannabe. You act like no one could ever understand your mind, but the truth is you're basic.
I mean, she dresses
Calls
him completely down.
She gave him the basic. Which I mean, I just love it.
Well, and the thing is, that's the one thing he's not dealt with yet, was until she spoke. He had not been dressed down to his face about what he had done. And it absolutely didn't have anything to do with the crime. It had to do with the person he was. And that's the hardest hit that she could give him, because that's his biggest insecurity.
Right. Exactly right.
A textbook case of insecurity disguised as control. Your patterns are predictable. Your motives are shallow. You are not profound. You're pathetic. You aren't special or deep, not mysterious or exceptional. Don't ever get it twisted again. No one is scared of you today. No one is intimidated by you. No one is impressed by you. No one thinks that you are important. You orchestrated this like you thought you were God. Now look at you, begging a courtroom for scraps. You spent months preparing, and still all it took was my sister in a sheath. You work so hard to seem dangerous, but real control doesn't have to prove itself. The truth is, the scariest part about you is how painfully average you turned out to be. The truth is, you're as dumb as they come. Stupid, clumsy, slow, sloppy, weak, dirty. Let me be very clear. Don't ever try to convince yourself you mattered just because someone finally said your name out loud.
I mean, dang.
Well, and the fact that she when she called him dirty, he was an obsessive compulsive clean freak.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So she is getting to the core of his obsessions, and that was one of the things a fellow inmate had said in the jail that he was in, that he was obsessively washing his hands 10 times a day. So, and it drove him crazy. And his specifics about the food and not wanting to eat meat, and it was driving. She said it was so annoying, but he said the sink was going off all the time. He was washing his hands constantly. And so she's getting at that. She knows those details because she's getting at that.
Right.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's brilliant.
It is.
I see through you. You want the truth? Here's the one you'll hate the most. If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your fucking ass. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, that was incredible.
I think that was the first one that got an applause like that.
Right. Well, that was the greatest one of all time.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I mean, she's.
It was all over the news. It was on every news channel, but playing parts of it. I mean, it will go down as probably one of the best statements to a defendant. I mean, it was awesome.
It was just incredible. So that's like the gold standard for the face-to-face confrontation with your.
Another thing that I heard is that he had spent over 2,200 hours FaceTiming with his mom in jail. Like, he has been obsessed with talking to his mother.
How many hours?
$2,200.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I'm like, first of all, why are they allowing him access with an iPad to FaceTime people that much?
Oh, yeah. The prisoners get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they
So-
do. It's especially in jail before any federal prison. You know, they get a lot more leeway. But he had tons of time with his mother, and I thought that was interesting.
I wanted to say thank you to All I Need Is Jesus Coffee and True Crime. She's been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we're so happy you're with us. And also, our sweet Rosebud says, Yahoo, best place on the best place to be on YouTube. Rosebud has been a member for 6 months. I feel like you've been a member longer than that. I think it's cheating you. But thank you so much, Rosebud. We appreciate you so much. We really,
Yes.
really do. We appreciate all of our members. That's why we did a new 99-cent membership, just so that everybody, you know, can be in green if they want to be. It's try to make it a little bit more affordable. And what was I going to say? And I also said it where when you gift memberships, that's what you gift is the 99-cent one. And if people want to upgrade later, they can. But it's kind of like the chat recognition, you know.
Yeah.
So-
I like it. That's what Lorelodge did. He I think he did $1.99 or something like that. And it's nice.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
And
and member for 6 months. Love your channel. Well, we love you back.
Thank you,
Thank you
Henhouse.
so much.
Appreciate that very much. Lisa B always had requested this part because this was if you're picking favorite moments from that hearing, it might have been this one too. But for me, it was Olivia. But this is a close second.
Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
that was oh,
Thank you.
That was amazing.
applause again.
Yes. So that is the a mic drop moment. That's where you need the mic drop thing and the sunglasses. On that, right?
Maybe
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
Middle E can create that
Yeah,
for you.
Maybe he can.
Oh
my goodness. But yeah, so
Real Me Too says, I love that Judge Hippler allowed them to address him and say whatever they wanted. That's not always allowed, and he didn't even address people clapping. Well, I that was pretty awesome too.
yeah.
I also appreciated the sentencing, because he didn't do it where it's and I forgot the name. It's not what am I trying to say? He did the sentencing where it's life sentence, life sentence, life sentence
Consecutively.
And not
consecutively,
Yes.
and not what?
and not concurrent.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and so that would be 10 years for the robbery, and then 120 years for the unaliving. So 130 years. He's not going to make it quite that long.
Right. And Sharon Marlowe, thank you very much for the $10 super
Oh,
chat.
thank you. That helps us so much.
So Sharon says, best statement ever. Blessings, everyone.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
I might just replay it daily to get me pumped up about life.
I mean,
she is awesome.
I mean, she totally analyzed him and just, I mean, she tore at every fiber of his psyche. And I love that. I loved it. I hope he has to sit, like you said, it would be awesome if they just play it in loop over and over and over.
Could you do like the John Cusack and go out with your boombox outside his window and just replay it?
Yeah.
I was thinking like on The Walking Dead, Easy Street, where Daryl was in the prison, just playing it over and
Oh,
over.
yeah. Right.
So loud. That's what made me think of that when you said it. I was like, yeah,
You're
they did that.
right.
Yep.
You're right.
The torture.
And we all, it's
If
a
you don't-
funny a side note that, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
I was
wasn't
going to
gonna
say,
that.
that's a torture song that they played on The Walking Dead for Daryl when he was in prison.
Negan had him in prison. Yeah.
Yes. And Aunt E and I both separately downloaded the song and made it our ringtones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And it's
did-
still my ringtone today.
It's still mine too.
Yeah.
Because just really like the song.
It's kind of like this little cheesy.
Yeah, it's
easy
really
street.
silly.
Yeah. But
Um,
to hear it for like days and days, that was
Right.
our torture against Daryl.
but that's how much alike we are in a lot of ways, is
Yeah.
because we do weird things like that all the time.
You're right. That's the perfect television entertainment and now, comparison would be to do
Yes,
that to him.
yes. That's
Having
when you
listened
said
to that
it,
girl
that's exactly what I thought of.
calling him basic.
You basic.
Basic.
You
Oh my
basic.
gosh, too funny.
Panda Bear's mom has been a member for 4 months, and she says, "Thank you for all you do. Devlin needs to be found." Absolutely.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of our members so much. Thank you.
Thank you. I am still communicating with the family. Actually, we're talking about things, and they're still very active and looking for answers. So they're certainly not giving up hope there. True Crime with Sweet Melissa, thank you for being a member for 10 months. And she says, so glad for catching you while at work.
Yes, thank you, True Crime with Sweet Melissa. We appreciate you as well. You
Yes.
guys are the best.
Real Me Too said that Real Me Too said Olivia was the one who got the tip on his car and not law enforcement.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know
She I'm hoping she goes into law. Or you know what I mean? She would be
True crime
great.
Be a great
history or
attorney.
something.
She's awesome.
She knows all these cases she's a wealth of knowledge on these cases. She knows them.
I wonder, was she in their sorority as well? Because she said that they were both her sisters. Even so, I assumed that maybe she was the older sister in the sorority, but and then Maddie pledged that sorority.
It might have been for that reason, but it also those two were really close.
Yeah,
like they were really good friends. So it might have been sister like that. I'm not sure.
They grew up together.
Yeah,
yeah.
They had been close for years.
What sorority were they in?
Sister as in sister sorority, or do you think it was sister as in that's how she viewed?
Maddie? No, I think she viewed her because they remember we were watching.
Family, yeah. But it could have been either. I took it to mean.
I thought it possibly was both, just from the way she worded it, but it may not be.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a good point though.
I'm gonna guess yes, because sisters typically go into the same sorority.
That's very often. If they
very often.
Did she go to the same school? I wonder.
I don't know.
They can still be in the same sorority without being in the same school. So.
Right.
Nancy Grace said she would make a great DA.
Yes.
She'd make a great whatever she wants to be, actually.
Spokesperson.
Yeah. She's
advocate.
Yeah.
She could be anything she wants to be, that one. She's a good one.
Oh, Angel Wing says that Olivia also was the one that had the girls' timeline down and tracked the Grub truck video. The Grubhub truck video.
That's true. She's she's a bright one.
And that's why I said so many times. I mean, it's the families that are digging in and finding out the facts and talking to people, and they get more information than law enforcement oftentimes. Who better to know their what they do and everything than someone that's that close to them? So the police have to guess.
This kind of thing comes up a lot with all of these cases we cover, but I believe in pressure against law enforcement, and so if you've got the advocate putting pressure on bringing in the tips and out there talking, you've got an Olivia, an attack dog, advocating for you.
She's a pit bull.
It's great. It's great. And if you don't have people like her, you don't know where does this case, if they don't have the vocal family members, you don't know that things may not have gotten to this point or not.
Right.
I mean, because they weren't really equipped. That was a small little town. They said they'd had one homicide 8 years earlier. They weren't equipped for this. And
their whole family's impressive.
Well, and that somebody just said that they raised great kids. They should write a parenting book. And I mean, they did. All the kids were well spoken and just seemed like a great family.
I love this attitude too. Their father told them, "We go to work," and they did.
That's right.
And that's the way.
That's the way you got to handle that.
And that's clearly how that family approached that. Was this is terrible? This has happened. Now it's time to go get justice for her. We've got to be her voice, and they took that very seriously.
And Dreaming of Blue Sky says that would have been a legacy of sibling in a sorority. That is correct. Aunt E and I was a legacy to her sorority. So we are in the same sorority. So let's see. Oh,
thank you, Sonia Allen. She says, "I'm normally in the bushes, but usually watching."
Oh, thank you for your membership for 5 months. That's amazing.
Sonia also just gifted 5 memberships, so thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you.
That
nice is so kind of you. That's so kind of you.
Very
We
much
appreciate you.
that.
Do you want to do, what do you want to do next?
Well,
Because
we've
we
got
have a new
another.
segment.
You
Don't
want-
forget.
Well, let's. Okay, I'll give me a second.
I have to get ready for it.
Yeah, I got to find that tab.
Real Me Too said also Kaylee's dad addressed how they had his car within days, and I believe they were instrumental in finding the car video and starting to look for the exact car model. I remember that as well. That was part of some discussion on the case.
See, I wish we had been doing this back then so that we could be on top of it.
Yeah,
You know?
we would have been loving this case because it had so many details and things going on all the time. I really had a hard time understanding why they destroyed the house. I know why they, that I would have thought they would have kept it up at least through the case,
Through the trial, and then, well,
because what if they had to go back, just
Mhm.
like on the Murdaugh case where they actually took the jurors out to the farm.
right.
And they walked it and they showed them. That was part of what they did. And I was thinking that when this house got destroyed and they tore it down, I mean, I get, symbolically, you don't want to have to see it. It's great for the families to have that closure and it not be there anymore. But at the same time, I would have thought the law enforcement would have said, we can't have you tear this down right now because it's part of an active case.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Tina D says the destruction of the house makes no sense to most following the case. And Real Me Too says, money, Aunt E. That's why.
Always.
Yeah.
The
I hope I did it the way she intended it.
The Washington Post editor, the famous quote is he said the answer, talking to a young reporter when saying the answer to all of your questions is money. So like his advice to a reporter when you're investigating something and you're stuck and you don't know why things happen, the answer is always money.
Yeah.
And typically that's right.
Cindy said the college wanted the house gone because they wanted to bury what happened.
Right.
Who wants to send their kid to a college in a place with a quadruple homicide?
Exactly.
It was about money, and you're exactly right. But you would have thought the police would have stepped in and said, "I'm sorry, you cannot sell this, you cannot do this, as long as it's part of this active investigation."
Right. It's evidence. They could have just made it evidence.
Exactly.
And Romy too said they were paying a guard to watch the home 24 hours a day.
Oh my goodness.
And she said, "You did great, Missy, in the way you read it."
Yes. Well, I've spent some time with Romy too, so I kind of know how her brain works.
Yeah.
So,
and Deanna says she thinks that she believes one of the girls was an Alpha Phi sorority because it stuck with her. She said it stuck with me as my mom was an Alpha Phi.
So she remembered or Phi?
Alpha Phi. Yes.
We had to learn this, we had to learn that was part of our sorority thing. We had to learn all of the Greek letters. And I sort of still remember. Do you sort of still remember it?
Yeah, it was kind of we did it as a song.
Alpha,
beta, gamma, delta, epsilon.
No, alpha. I thought it was alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, eta, theta. Wait. I was saying
iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu.
Yeah. It was like that.
I remember most of it.
Yeah, that was something we had to learn. So,
yeah.
And Lisa B always did say, she said the remaining Chapin triplets, Ethan's two brothers, were still students at the college. I get that. I get that. I just think
no, sister and brother.
Yeah,
it's not two boys and a girl.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Dreaming of Blue Sky says, I'm a Kappa Delta and I had to learn the alphabet too. Yes. I will tell you what sorority we were in offline. So
yes,
we have a long family history of that sorority.
We did have a couple of so Tina D just became a member. I want to thank her for doing that.
Thank you, Tina D.
Thank you very much. And Eve Loves God is now a member for 11 months. And she says almost a year. Wow, time flies.
Well, thank you so much. And I meant to say this earlier when Sonia gifted the memberships. I meant to say, if you received a membership from Sonia Allen, please tell her thank you. I forgot. Sorry. I meant to say that earlier. And Whispering Winds with Dawn is here. Hi, Whispering Winds. And YouTuber. Love to see you. Me and you's here. Awesome. Guys are just kind of trickling in. We haven't even gotten to the new funny segment.
All right.
We've got a new segment.
We're
guys.
trying new segments. We are, of course, going to still do our
Our poor judgment. Our
at the
poor
end.
judgment today is it might be my favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So we're going to try this one. So, Mrs. E,
I'll
if you
get
wanna play
okay. This is our new segment, guys, and we want to know your real thoughts on it. Okay, but I made a little video, like I like to do, to introduce the segment. So here it goes.
Very good. Very good. So this segment we are calling Deathbed Confessions. So I found a ton of these and just thought these were amazing. It's a lot of times various crimes and things can be revealed and solved in deathbed confessions, and just some very interesting and bizarre stories that I found out there. So we thought we would try sharing some of these. So I'm going to read straight from this is from one that was gathered through an article through BuzzFeed.com. And this is, I'm just going to read this directly. So this is, one of my uncles confessed to having 2 other children with another woman. He thought he was going to die from COVID, and I guess he felt he needed to come clean. However, he didn't die. That was back in 2020. And there's still a ridiculous amount of drama happening over potential inheritances and whatnot. And my uncle is not a bad person, as far as I know, but we've never interacted much because his English is bad and my Mandarin is atrocious. So that was that one. And then
That's funny.
yeah. So then this one is one where they actually admit to a crime. This one says, I knew of a couple where the wife developed a mental illness that caused her to stay inside the house. This went on for years. Eventually, after counseling, she made a little progress and agreed to go to the drugstore one night. She went in while her husband stayed in the car. And while she was in the drugstore, someone walked in, shot her in the back of the head, and walked out. She died immediately, and the shooter was never caught. Many decades later, the husband admitted on his deathbed that he had hired someone to kill her because he could not cope with her mental illness anymore.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
He had to work to get her to go in, and then she went in, and oh my gosh.
Yeah. So there are a ton of those kind of things, crazy stories that people have. Sometimes people confessing to crimes to clear their conscience and stuff. And then some of them are hilarious and some of them are horrible.
I think let's lean towards hilarious. I don't know.
Okay.
You got another funny one?
Those were the only 2 that I kind of looked up, but I mean there are quite a few.
So if you guys like that segment, put a 1 in chat, and that we'll keep doing it. But we're gonna keep adding little segments here and there. We have some other ideas, but that's
I know one huge one that I will mention offline that is probably one of the biggest ones I can think of. It impacts everyone in the United States.
What's that?
A confession?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you offline because it may be one you want to cover.
Okay.
You're leaving us all hanging now. I'm like, okay,
maybe message it privately and see if we can talk. If you don't think we can talk about it, I guess.
I think we can talk about it. I think it will be very controversial.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe better offline. Yeah. And Susan Smith, not the one you think, has renewed her membership. Hi, Susan. Welcome in.
Thank you, Susan Smith.
Now, that's not her picture, so I can't guarantee it's not the... No, I'm just kidding. I think that's our Susan Smith. Susan Smith's been around pretty much since we started, and we appreciate her so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll keep doing that segment. I have another question before we get on to something else. Does anybody here, and Aunt E, I don't want to hear your thoughts on this, just FYI. And you guys, this is my sister I'm talking to, so please don't get mad because I'm telling her this, because I know her thoughts already. Does anybody here watch Only Murders in the Building? If you do, put a 1 if you do. Put a 1 in chat again.
2 if you do not.
2 if you do not.
Yes.
And I know Dreaming of Blue Skies answer to this.
Yes, so Dreaming does.
Well, there's a new season. Dreaming actually texted me, and there's a new season coming up in September. Oh, you guys, it's on Hulu. If you haven't watched it,
lots of 2s.
So a lot of 2s. A lot of people.
Wow, I can't believe that. It stars Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez,
That's the
and
three
a
main
variety
cast.
of other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, that's the three main.
And
Actually, you don't want to say all the cameos.
I don't want to
because,
say
yeah,
all the stuff because it'll ruin it.
Yeah.
They have lots of cameo stars.
But it's probably my favorite. And can you give the premise?
Well, you know, if
Well,
we're
I
gonna,
mean, it pretty much is all in the title. There's a murder in
Yeah.
their building, and they kind of they start to come together to try to solve it, and that's how this
Yes.
show starts,
they-
and then continues from there.
and they start a true crime podcast.
They started true crime podcast.
solving the murders in the building.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't want to give away too much.
We don't want to
I've
give away
seen it.
too much.
This is
but it's-
interesting. Just before we get into this next segment, that would kind of give people some premise. It says, I wanted to mention Olivia worked with a team to craft her statements. The whole family did,
Oh.
and Dr. Ann Burgess was part of that team.
You did get the feeling that, I mean, it was very meticulous, that
Yes.
statement.
They
Because
she covered it all.
it was just one dagger after another against him. So it wasn't something she just did that morning for sure.
Yes.
But I didn't know that about that she had a team and that Ann Burgess worked on it. So that's amazing.
And Tina D asked, is it a comedy? It is absolutely a comedy. It is a dark comedy, but it's a comedy. And if you enjoy any of those people, oh man, I think it's probably my favorite Martin
It
Short
is.
ever.
It is.
Oh,
And
they are all really good in it. It just didn't keep my interest and past the first few episodes. That was my thing. And
Well, we need to talk about this offline.
Right. Well, what I was going to say though is like the Good Place. I love in The Good Place. I think it's hilarious. You know, I just like a different type of comedy, and
Well,
so I think that's what it is.
Then you may not want to join us in the future. That's all I'm saying.
What do you
So,
mean join you in the future?
I told you we got to talk about it offline. That's what I said.
Okay.
You don't listen to me. Nobody listens to.
I heard.
Mrs.
I
anymore.
didn't know that you were referring specifically to that show.
I love that show. And also, I love this show. Lisa B always says, ask me about Ted Lasso new season being filmed right now. That
Yeah.
is a great, great show.
I really didn't think I was going to like
I
it
didn't either.
Our middle-y kept wanting us to watch it, and we kind of resisted, and we're like, all right, we'll watch this thing. And it was great. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
it just didn't
thank
look
you,
good.
Whispering Winds. She listened to me. You
Well,
two
and-
just don't. Bring
the
out the
Bear-
gloves.
The Bear was the other one that I watched, and at this last season, I'm like,
Well, I think the new season's out now.
It is. I haven't watched it, but I've watched it up to this newest season.
So our next plea deal from this week is Stephan Sterns, who took the life.
This one
of Maddie
disgusts me, and I'm
Soto.
going to take this moment to step out for a minute.
Yeah, so this is so they did witness impact statements. I didn't watch all of this actually, but this part where Stephan speaks is just if you haven't seen this is just horrible.
Thank you. Let's place Mr. Sterns under, he's been previously placed under oath.
Auntie, can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, there's something about this video. It's not playing in my headset, but I know it's playing. But
I so far I heard it when it started. Is the
I don't-
volume up all the way as far as on the screen where you can click on that volume?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had this happen before. I don't know why. Sometimes I can't hear the audio, but anyway, I've got the closed captioning up, but I think everybody else can hear it.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to make a brief statement. I agree that it's not fair that Madeline is not here anymore. I still have a hard time contemplating a world where she's not around, a world which feels less vibrant and less colorful than it did before. I've prayed to God countless times to trade places with her, to take me instead. And unfortunately, that's just not how he works. I have nothing but sorrow for her loss.
I mean, how disgusting is this, right?
I mean, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
He's sitting here saying that he's praying that it could have been, instead of taking her life, taken his. Well, he actually had that choice. You know?
Yes.
He could have done that. He had the power to do that. He chose the cowardly path. Because you have to assume that the reason she's not here anymore, she was getting too old, and that she was going to start talking, and that this was all to cover up his crimes that he'd done against her for 5 years. So
Or
he had
I
a path.
I thought of it in possibly two ways. The other is not even. I mean, he could have done it because it's part of what he liked to do to her, and it actually went too far. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, but I bet it's not.
I don't think it is, but then I wonder. I mean, he just seems so unintelligent that I don't think he would have planned it out that specifically. I don't know. Maybe not. It's he's just vile.
But just so ridiculous that he acted like.
Hmm.
And I have nothing but sorrow for her loss. You know.
Well,
just
I don't
crazy.
like he pled no contest. He didn't plead guilty. He
Right.
just knows that, it's basically saying there's enough evidence to convict me, so I'm pleading no contest.
Right.
And he's just a coward. He's an absolute coward.
And you know
Really
what?
bad.
This might be a situation where Maddie really didn't have the mom as an advocate for her putting pressure on anyone. She's not even here for this,
Right.
which is,
Well, and like I said, that she had to have known what was going on to some degree.
had to, absolutely knew. I don't think there's any way she didn't know.
But obviously, from what we can ascertain is she basically gave a deal to turn evidence over to them. And I
Possibly.
mean, it's awful. And she had no statement regarding this.
Mm-mm. She failed her alive, and she's failed her after too.
Mm-hmm.
It's all gross.
Sick.
So I don't remember how much more of this there is, but this is just ridiculous.
And I miss her all the time. Her passing has torn me and my family apart as well.
Her passing, she didn't pass. You took her life.
Yeah.
She didn't pass away.
She didn't have an accident,
Yeah. He acts like a spectator.
Yes.
He's not involved. He's just completely detached from any responsibility. It's ridiculous.
And she truly was a joy. I pray to God that she is in heaven and that he's taking good care of her. And I hope she gets to join the choir because she had a beautiful voice. I will miss her all the time. I will never not honor her memory. And I
That's a crazy
apologize
statement
for all the
too.
pain.
I will never not honor her memory, and I apologize for all the pain. But see, even at this, he's not taking any responsibility.
He didn't honor her in any way, shape, or form.
He's giving. You know how you give a fake apology to people when you say like if somebody's upset.
What you do to me? Is that what you're talking about?
This is exactly what I do. Oh, I'm so sorry that you feel that way.
That's how he does.
I'm so sorry that hurt your feelings.
And he believes in his mind that will appease me. But see, I know his tactics.
Well, and he just admitted them, so there you go.
Well,
she knows what I'm so sorry you feel that way.
Yeah,
I can't
stand when he does that.
I'm so sorry you're upset about that.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, he doesn't.
Not that I had any responsibility for whatever.
Right.
I'm not accepting that, but that's what he's doing. He's doing I'm so sorry there was pain. Not that I caused it.
Right.
But just that there was pain in general. This shouldn't have been allowed at all.
No.
And this is actually
someone else actually just said they should never have allowed him to speak.
Yes.
Yeah. This is why I'm glad Koberger didn't speak. Because it would have been this kind of thing that just is just gross and ridiculous. He wouldn't have given any real answers. Sterns is not giving any real answers. He's just.
Well, Angel Wing says, I hope he gets justice in prison from the other inmates. He will be one because of what happened that will very likely receive justice in prison.
Yes.
Yeah. Supposedly he'll get it worse than like Koberger would.
Right.
Just because. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything further, defense?
Okay, is that the end of that?
I think that's the end of it.
So that's the end of that. Let's be done with this guy.
Yeah, let's move on. I cannot stand him. I cannot stand him.
Yeah, he's the worst. I mean, just
the fact that he worked at Disney too makes me sick.
I know that we cover a lot of monsters, but this guy is, to me, since we've
This
done
week
this,
has been a week of monsters, quite frankly.
this guy though, for me, is number one. If there was a guy I wanted to get justice,
Well,
he's top of my list.
from the beginning, you felt that way. I mean, you were
Right.
talking about the case, and right from the get go.
Right.
It's just such. It's that it's a child. It went on for 5 years at least. It's the way he
Right.
manipulated his way into this relationship with the mom so that he could get to Maddie, gain her
Mhm.
trust, and just destroy her life and then toss her away. It's just the 35,000 images on his phone. It's just there's just no excuse for him to even be walking this earth anymore. He's
Mm-mm.
just completely worthless. There's nothing he can add to any. He just can't add anything to good from here on. So he's just a waste of space. Angel Wing says, I hope he gets justice in prison from the other inmates.
Me too. And
Mhm.
Betsy Mathis says it's like rubbing salt in a wound for the family. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, and I think there were at one point she was supposed to be going to live with her real dad, and I'm sure if that was actually going to be happening, then that's what precipitated that. Because if a real dad finds out that's happening to his kid,
Yeah.
And Narita's got a good point too. In my opinion, he is sorry she isn't here for him to continue to abuse her, to continue his abuse of her. So sick. Exactly. He is just one disgusting individual.
me
Right,
and
and
you said there's a special place for people like him.
calling her a joy and all that stuff, and like knowing what he was doing with her,
Right.
He would have.
so
I
tone
think,
deaf.
I think here in Florida, if it had gone to trial, he would have gotten the DP.
Maybe.
Oh, it's Florida. I think
Yeah.
so.
Thank you, Susan Nunya, for becoming a member. We
Yes.
appreciate that very much. But yeah, so he at least, I mean, at least he's no parole, right? I think he's life with no parole.
Right.
Yeah, I believe so. So at least he will never hurt anyone else
Well,
again.
I'll tell you the one good thing about this for me, or at least because I kind of think I'm sort of an empath in a way. I felt terrible for the jury to have to look at the things that he did to her. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I think the one good thing is that that other people are not going to be subjected to the photos and the things that he did.
That's true.
And I try to look at the bright side, and the bright side of that is that those people will not have their lives ruined by having to see those things.
It would have been completely traumatizing for them.
Mhm.
Yes.
You could. It's one thing to look at a cadaver and stuff like that, but to see those kind of images, from what we understand, you
I
could never.
heard the Murdaugh ones were really, really bad, really bad. And I'm sure that those people were traumatized. And there's been some where you could kind of see them because they're passing them through the court, between the attorneys and stuff. And they looked absolutely horrendous.
No
Also,
parole.
all I need is Jesus Coffee and True Crime said, I tried to email you the details on Nia Williams. She's 7.
Yeah. Yes. I haven't even. Mr. E has been working like a dog this week. So I have, this is pretty much the most I've talked to him all week. So I will talk to him about that one for
This
sure.
is our only time to converse right now.
Right.
This is when we're doing live
Seriously,
streams.
it has been insane. We've had a lot going on this week. And on a side note, you don't even know this because I haven't had time to tell you. We will need some prayers coming up. Middle E's MRI has been scheduled for August 13th.
August 13th.
So, yes.
Prayers. I'm going to put that on my calendar.
Really,
so I
I did not know that. So,
oh, Real Me Too wants to know if she sent you the picture of Paul.
Oh, yes. I know you did not send it to me. And if you could, that would be awesome. If you'd email it or text it to me.
So
all I need, Jesus Coffee and True Crime. I did get an email from you. I just have not had an opportunity to respond, but I did get it. And Angel Wing says she did pass away.
I don't know this story. Williams, who is this one? Do I know this?
It's really awful. So
Okay.
we'll talk about it offline
Yeah, I
and see if
haven't-
you
I
want to
haven't co-
discuss it.
Sure. I haven't
And
come across that one. yet.
Cindy Ferguson says Lori Vallow Daybell jury had paid therapy provided by the court. Wow.
I can see why that would be necessary. I can see why. That's it. It's horrendous when you have to look at photos.
And that goes back to what statement analysis lady.
Pat Brown?
Yeah, what Pat Brown was saying. She was saying that that people should just be paid juries.
Oh, professional jurors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think so too. I think that's
yeah,
a great idea.
professional juror. And the thing is, if you did have professional jurors, you could train them to not be, to a level, not be disturbed. You could give them some training.
Right. And it's like anything else. It's like, it's like a police officer. Once they've seen several dead bodies, it's just part of work after that, or a mortician or whatever.
Right. You kind of have
Things
to
like-
learn how to turn that emotional side of yourself off in order to go through what you have to. You almost have to look at it like a job.
Yeah.
Like the police.
Yes, I think it's a great idea. Of course, some of you may know the image I'm sharing here. This is Elliot Hines, and we have an update on her. You might have heard this yesterday, but this was the 22-year-old grad student who disappeared after leaving a bar early Sunday morning, so Saturday night going into Sunday morning. And this is one of the last security camera images of her walking home. They were saying it was about a 30-minute walk for her to get back to wherever she lived. And
That's a long walk.
Yeah, I know. And
I mean, the 30-minute walk at a normal pace is about over a mile.
yeah, that's pretty
you're
far.
talking 1.5, 2 miles.
And so
Bad.
so she had been missing since Sunday, and unfortunately yesterday they did find her body. So she was found in the Mississippi River near Brownsville, Minnesota. And they don't know cause of death or anything like that yet. They are investigating, and police really aren't indicating what might have happened. So we'll be waiting to hear that. It's terrible news that the family was, of course, they are devastated. They had a statement here that says, "We don't know why we were so blessed to have her as a daughter, or why we were unable to keep her. Elliot's walk home is finished. Unfortunately, our family's walk down this new hard path is just the beginning," the family said in a statement on Wednesday. So that's Elliot there. And I'm going to pull up this. So here's a little map. Oh, let me go back. Okay, so I'll leave the little blue. So you can see, you think that people can see this?
Yes, I can see it.
So you can see that La Crosse, the town that she disappeared in, is up on the top right. That, of course, is the Mississippi River, would be going south. And I just kind of did like drive estimate to see how far it would take to walk that far. But her body was found on the opposite side of the river down in Brownsville, Mississippi. So several possibilities, of course, is that she maybe had an accident, fell into the water, a slip and fall, kind of something like that. Maybe I don't know if she had depression, anything along those lines, but of course she could have taken her own life possibly, or there could have been an attack, foul play of some kind. So we'll have to wait and see what that is. Drive time from La Crosse down to Brownsville was a 17-minute drive. And I think it was about 12 miles or so total distance drive time. So looking at this, I would guess that's more like maybe 8-10 miles downriver. So I would guess.
How far did Riley Strain's body travel? Because he was, missing several days. She was only missing 2 days, and I wonder how, travel distance wise, if that's like similar or
8 miles for Riley.
See, and that to me that seems like a long way from where she was last seen. I mean, 12 miles downriver, that's a lot.
Might be Mississippi might be faster flowing, and with Riley, he could have gotten they found him underneath like a I can't remember if it was underneath a barge or a dock or something like that.
Mhm.
So he might have been under there for a while, or he could have been caught up somewhere at a point. You don't know how he could have been caught up under like by a tree under the water for like a week, and you
Right,
wouldn't
right,
know.
right.
And the Mississippi probably is a faster flowing river than the Cumberland, I would guess.
It was like a barge. That's right, Angel Wings. It was a barge.
Yeah, a barge. Yeah, because some workers on the barge who found him, I believe.
Yeah.
And they didn't say who found Elliot here, but awful and tragic, and don't know what caused it. Certainly, she had been drinking if she was at a bar till 2:30, but was it a kind of a lost her balance, poor judgment kind of situation? Went down a dark alley alone kind of thing and got attacked, or you just don't know. But
I mean, to walk alone at that time of the night is not safe at all. And
no.
that's the thing, these kids and young adults, I mean, not even just kids but young adults or any person, nobody should be out at 3:00 in the morning walking alone for miles to go home.
I see
It
this all the
happens.
time around Nashville, just driving around all these greenways and things, and I'll see these women go running into the woods alone with their headphones on. I'm like, man, that's so. I mean, I know you should be able to feel safe to do that, but they just look like they're so vulnerable. You don't, and you're tuned out with the beats and or the headphones and earbuds in, and you just don't know that somebody's not going to be running the opposite path. Notice there's nobody around, and attacks like that happen around here. It's just you just don't go places alone when you're like especially 2:30 in the morning walking home. Just take the Uber, have a friend walk with you or something. Such a shame. Even if it's an accident, if she'd had a friend with her, they may have been able to call for help or something. But anyway, we'll pay attention to that and see what happens with the story.
I believe I agree with L. Kennedy. Nothing good happens at 3 a.m. And we actually say after midnight.
I've always told my kids that growing up, and I was like, there's nothing good happens after midnight. You have to be home because nothing good happens, and you don't need to be out in all the craziness.
And sorry about that. Biggie's archive.com went down.
Yeah.
And
I know.
Ooh.
I know. I can't
because he watches all of his old favorite shows on archive, and when it goes down, man, it's bad. It's bad around here when that happens.
So anyway, that was Elliot. So prayers for her family and what they're all going through, and obviously just a horrible situation. But yeah, and it's kind of like the Riley Strain thing. If the fraternity brothers had gone with Riley when he got kicked out of the bar, he's probably alive too.
Right.
And they're getting sued by the family individually, is how I understand it. They're suing the individual fraternity brothers.
Rosebud says, my husband snuck up from behind me in the basement, and he almost got a can of tomato soup at his head.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be difficult to prove because he was over 21. He was an adult. It's going to be hard to prove that, you should have went with him. Yes, morally, it should have been an obligation that one of his friends stuck with him because they knew he certainly inebriated or under some kind of influence, but they're adults. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, if I saw somebody that was inebriated, even if I didn't know them, that opens up a big can of worms legally. If something like that were to actually, I guess, follow through and they were actually found guilty and had to pay some kind of restitution.
I would like to think that I would have been the kind of person that would have gone with him, but I don't know. When you're 20, 21, 22, you're not.
Big night.
You're very,
Nashville.
you're very much me
Yeah,
at that time in your life. And so, I don't know.
Do y'all ever feel amazed that nothing terrible happened to you in the 80s?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, actually, I don't, I feel like it's just gotten kookier and kookier as time's gone on.
Yeah.
Too.
But there were definitely disappearances, things like that. But we lived in a small town and it was very safe. And
Oh,
I don't
how many times did I go ride my scooter all around alone?
not after midnight.
No. But
But
I would be gone for a long time. You got to move over. Your Aunt E is covering your chin. It's bothering me. There you
sorry.
go.
Panda Bear's mom says living in a small town. I used to walk at my mom's a lot and getting home around 10 to 11 ish. Now, since Devlin went missing, totally changes my mind on that now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you want to do our last
segment of the day before we do you want to remind everybody what we're doing here?
So we're going to roll right into Jack and Lily.
Yes.
Because there's some
shocking video.
Yes.
Actually, I'll hold on. You just talk first.
Try not to oversell things, but there actually is a lot of information from this video that changes how we'll look
at the case for sure.
At the parents. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't get through all of it, but what I did see was pretty interesting.
Well, I had to do a transcript on it because it's very difficult to.
Some of it's garbled.
It is. I was trying.
I'll need to reset and pull up the links and stuff when we get done with this, but that won't take long.
Okay. Well, let me get ready for our final segment, you guys. This made me laugh this morning.
This was pretty good. It's almost like it was created for us.
Well, I bet you I know exactly what it is.
Do you know? Do you think you know?
I sent it to my son yesterday. If it's the one I'm
then that's what it is.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it. Okay. Everybody's favorite segment. Everybody get ready. Members, you have a poor judgment emoji. If you want to put your poor judgment emoji in the chat, everybody has a poor judgment emoji because this is our favorite segment and hopefully it's yours too. Poor judgment.
All right. I don't even know how to get into this one in a way. This one's just ridiculous. I'm just going to pull up the image first.
Oh, it makes me laugh, guys.
So a picture will say 1,000 words in a way. Here. So here we go. Yeah. So
I don't even know where to begin.
I know. So I'm reading this from the Tallahassee Democrat. This is reporting by Ariana Otero with the Tallahassee Democrat. Social media is abuzz as locals share photos and videos of renowned mouse Chuck E. Cheese being arrested by Tallahassee Police Department officers and being taken out of the restaurant as kids and families look on. While some question why police couldn't wait till the man was out of his costume, another photo later shows the arrested man unmasked with the Chuck E. Cheese mascot head on top of the squad car. So got a couple of pictures here.
The video where they take it off his head.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Going outside. I've got it.
The video is hilarious.
Yeah, I've got the video too.
Oh, my stars.
So here's what they're talking about.
I mean, I was at Hollywood Studios yesterday, and I had to take time to send that to my son.
I know.
It is so funny.
So crazy. So here's the.
Wait,
you
can't make the video bigger. I can barely see it.
If you have children in the room, you may want to have them step out just to avoid the trauma of this.
Can you make the video bigger?
I can't.
Mm-hmm. Can you send it to me? Maybe I can. I'll look for it.
I'll just play this little part, and then if you find a better version, I'll go back to reading the article anyway. So there's no sound on this, but what a sight.
Look at the big hands.
The little kids in the background too, watching Chucky get his. It's just.
The big big hands in the head.
So, yes, it's just crazy.
And what did he actually do? What was his crime?
All right, so I'll go back to the article here. So police spokesman Alicia Hill said police were called to the parking lot of the Chuck E. Cheese July 3rd after a caller reported a stolen credit card. The victim met officers outside and said they had a party at the pizza joint in June. Afterwards, she noticed about $100 of fraudulent charges on her card from places she didn't shop at or hadn't been to. She was able to trace the activity to an employee at the restaurant. Police initially identified the suspect as an employee who was checking stamps at the front door, but when they returned to make an arrest, they were advised by another employee that the suspect was now dressed as Chuck E. Cheese. So they didn't know they were going in there to arrest Chucky, right? They walked over with the intention of just walking outside to put handcuffs on him outside of public view, Hill told the Democrat. So this is kind of the criticism the police have gotten is, why did you arrest him in the middle of with all the kids, right?
Okay, I got it.
But according to police reports, one officer, while grabbing the employee, even referred to him as the character himself. Chucky, come with me, Chucky.
That's funny.
No. But when they approached him, he immediately tenses up and resists. And so at that point, they make the decision to put him in handcuffs and keeping in mind the safety of not only the customers, but the suspect as well as the officers themselves. So the stop resisting came into play. Chucky, for some reason, thought he was, I guess, going to get out of the cuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I've got the video from TikTok.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now,
I'm hearing an ad there.
Well,
per person.
We'll just put that.
Okay,
Don't
so
care about the Jet2 holiday. But
so-
there's the actual footage.
Oh, it's a
They
little
make him
longer.
unrobe. Poor David, take his costume. They're throwing his costume pieces on the ground. What do they do with his big red shoes?
I don't know. But we can't let our kids see this. So
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, we can't at all because we. Yeah, that might be traumatized. Actually, he might think it's funny. Biggie might think that's funny.
no, he
Chuck E.
won't.
Cheese going to jail. You know,
No, he won't.
I could see him thinking that's
You're
funny.
wrong.
And you
it
just
is-
don't want him going back to for his birthday and him making a big ordeal about it.
We won't go into the Tallahassee one.
Nope.
That's for sure. It is unfortunate that the person who is subject of this investigation and who he had probable cause on happened to be in a suit and in costume. They did find the stolen credit card in his possession. Of course, the Chuck E. Cheese company, they had a statement just saying they're aware. And he's charged. This guy's charged with 3 felonies now: theft of a credit card, criminal use of personal identification information, and fraudulent use of a credit card over 2 times within 6 months. So, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
So poor judgment there. I really don't get the
Poor
the-
judgment.
the stolen credit card thing. You're going to get caught on that eventually. It's a really foolish crime, just for a few $100. But Real Me Too says, I think he ate the cheese. The kids
He
were chanting,
definitely
Chuck
stole
E.
the-
cheese.
Yeah.
Chuck E. cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Little E's gonna find that hysterical.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, that's the kind of thing she'll do. So,
makes it
Auntie, this is
right-
in Florida, so you've
right
got a
with
FOIA.
Yeah.
He's ignorant. Oh,
Yes.
the FOIA. Who's Ray Whitley?
You don't know who Ray
Ooh.
Whitley is?
The country singer?
No, he's our
No.
DA in Sumner
Oh,
County.
Well, there's also a country singer and a baseball player with the same name. So I did not know that.
Well, that is interesting.
And also we all the deaths this week have been weird too. Just
Awful.
FYI.
Awful.
So Ray Whitley, DA for Sumner County, a lot of people have a lot of the criticisms actually been directed at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, but I think the majority of it really should go toward the DA because he's the one that can pull the trigger on whether or
Yeah.
not he wants to do a prosecution.
Right.
And the
I've-
word on Whitley is that I want a perfect case.
Solid.
I don't take chances unless I'm 100% guaranteed I'm going to get a conviction.
Well, and I
So-
get that. I get that to a degree.
Oh, Gina says effective September 1st. Oh, wow. That's fast.
That's fantastic.
And isn't it interesting that the Lisa Byerton
Uh-huh.
also just retired early?
Yeah, it is.
Just some weird stuff going on, guys. I don't
Well,
want to get into it too
think-
much.
I think it's been weird since the first sheriff died.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that was suspicious.
That was strange too. Rosebud, I have to acknowledge this because it's funny. My
That's-
son would yell out, sorry, I can't speak. My son would yell out real loud at Chuck E. Cheese the next time we go there if we told him about this. Is Chucky going to jail? Is Chucky going to jail?
That's exactly what your son would do.
Oh, I know. That's why I
Yeah.
don't think we should show it.
Yeah,
to him.
that's why.
No,
Yeah,
probably
don't
not.
need to.
And Real Me Too, this comment is worth showing too. Did he fit in the police car?
After the head and shoes were taken off, it appears to.
So I don't know if this is true or not, but Susan Nunya is saying they are being investigated for several things in that county, possibly. And that could be the reason to step down.
If they're being investigated, it's not on a local level. Let me just say that. Because
No,
I haven't talked to you. I got an email yesterday from somebody that you need to read. But
okay.
you know, on a
Well,
local
this is the
level,
only
it's
time we
not.
get to talk
Yeah.
is when we're on the live stream together right now.
Apparently. Well, I mean, when we literally you're in and out of the door. I mean, it's a good thing, but because you're working, but you know, this is
Well,
the
okay,
only-
so
It's
he
not
has had a
local,
long
it's federal.
career. He's had a long career though, 45 years.
I know. I just think it's
So-
interesting because I just think it's interesting. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff going on.
Yeah. He
But
was the longest serving
honestly,
DA.
Don't you all think this is a good thing? Put a 1 in chat if you think this is a good thing, because I think it's a really good thing for Sebastian. I really do.
I think it is.
Mhm.
He's been there over 45 years, so it's also probably time for him to retire.
Right.
And Susan said she could be mistaken, but that's the noise she's hearing. Well, I think it's good news. I think it's really good news.
Yeah, that's
Because you know, hopefully we'll get somebody that's
More aggressive.
more aggressive and willing to take chances.
I mean, we know
It
we
could
know
be all the difference, guys. What?
there's other, I mean, not to go into a whole lot of other cases, but there's other cases people have felt like
Mm-hmm.
that they could have prosecuted and didn't
Right.
around this county. And so
This could be huge.
yeah. And I don't mean to speak badly about him at all. I don't really know.
No, I don't
You
know.
I don't know anything about him.
But
I just
the
know that this
rumor,
case,
you know, the rumor is he's got to have a pretty solid case or he won't
Well,
go. That's the rumor.
just as a principle, just a in general statement, the longer people are in power, the more corrupt they become over time.
Right.
So you really just don't want people in positions of this kind of power to be in the same position for 45 years, because the longer you're there,
Term
the
limits.
more favors you owe, the more relationships you have, the more people are able to influence you.
Right.
You
And
want
it's
you
like
want
that with
it's
any
why we need
job in a
term
lot
limits
in a lot of
everything.
ways. It's like that with any job
Yeah.
when you're there a really long time.
Right. That's why term limits are great
Mhm.
in all, and should be really the case for DA.
Well,
wanna be,
DAs are elected on 8-year terms. Their terms are 8 years. His term this last election was not supposed to be over till 2030. So he's choosing to leave early.
Yeah, and there could be reasons other than, I mean, it could be reasons. It could be health reasons. It could be just
Sure.
time.
I mean,
know,
45
whatever.
years. That's a long time.
It's a long time, and you know,
Right. Exactly.
yeah, and
Brenda
complacency.
Calvert.
You get
Mhm.
comfortable. You know,
Exactly.
And the governor can name an interim until the next election, or they can have an early election, I believe. But I wonder.
I know people like our governor. I'm not a huge fan. I'm just not.
Who
Yeah,
is your governor?
Billy.
Billy.
I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
not.
yeah,
He's
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
or miss. He's
yeah.
hit or miss.
I worry about I worry that he's not necessarily on our side. So
But you know, generally, you know, it's the longer any institution, any person
Oh.
is in place, the more corruptible they are, the less. And so, you know, let's get somebody new, a new DA in there that needs to make a name for themselves and earn their reelection bid.
right.
And maybe they'll have the guts to go forward and actually charge people for crimes that there's actually crimes that could have been charged that don't even involve the ultimate what happened, we think, to Sebastian.
His quote,
there's
Gina
other things
says,
that could
I'm
have been.
honored to be recognized as Tennessee's longest DA. Well, we are 15 minutes past when we were supposed to
Oh,
start Jack and
okay.
Lily.
Well, we'll do that.
So why don't we wrap this up? I hope you guys enjoyed our segment. I have to play it again because I love it so much.
Thank you for joining us for this. So they just hang out, right? And we roll into Jack and Lily. Is that how it works, or do we end this stream?
We will end this stream. I don't have to do an outro.
Okay.
And it should roll right into our other live stream.
Now, do we have to go out and go into the other one, or are we
Yeah,
just staying
we
on?
have to leave and we have to go into the new one.
All right.
So guys, we are going to do there's a shocking video out with Jack and Lily, talking about Jack and Lily from Malaya's mother's boyfriend. Everybody got that? Malaya's mother's boyfriend. And we're going to get ready to start that now. We appreciate, I think what happens, Angel Wings, is you guys just stay put and it'll roll you right into the next stream. And we hope you will join us over there. And if not, maybe go out and just come back and the other stream's already up. So we will appreciate you guys joining us today. I hope you like us doing this weekly segment. We enjoy it a lot. So we hope you guys like it too. The new, let's see. Pebble says, Mrs. E, have you seen the new interview with Olivia? No, I haven't. Oh gosh.
I know. I'm sure.
I kind of want to, I don't know.
She's my new favorite person.
Oh, yes, she did it. She did an extensive interview after her statement. So that definitely might be something we will look at later.
Oh, Angel Wing says we love it. Well, I'm glad. I really enjoyed doing it. I think it's fun. It's fun to have some of these laughs and just kind of look at the silliness of some of these of some of these things in the world instead of looking at all the darkness.
Yeah.
So
try to do a balance.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm not even going to do an outro. We are just going to go straight over. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're not joining us on the next stream, we'll see you next time. We appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
In a minute.